and Murakami, it was their 5th time in the year homering in the same game, which tied a club record. Quite a few games left to go. That feels like something that's got a shot to happen one more time and set a new record for the Sox. Batting 5th and at DH, Andrew Benintendi, who has recorded 15 RBI in his last 17 games. Braden Montgomery batting 6th and in right field. The center fielder, Tristan Peters, who's hitless in his last 21 at-bats, looking to get things back on track. Chase Mydroth at second base and batting 8th. And rounding out the Sox lineup is Edgar Caro at catcher. For the Rays, leading off the DH, Yandy Diaz, batting 2nd and in left field, Chandler Simpson. The third baseman, Junior Caminero, is batting 3rd. Victor Mesa Jr. is in right field and batting 4th. Batting 5th is Johnny DeLuca, the center fielder. Ryan Vilade, the first baseman, is batting 6th. Ben Williamson at second base and batting 7th. The catcher, Nick Fortes, is batting 8th. And rounding out the Rays lineup, their shortstop, Taylor Walls. Now let's take a look over at the starting pitching matchup. Today's pitching matchup is presented by Costa Ivoni. When accidents happen, don't make a mistake. Don't wait. Call Costa Ivoni lawyers now for a free consultation to learn about your rights. There are local lawyers that will get you the results you need. Call 708-4-million or visit cilaw.com. Again, 708-4-million. For the Sox today, it's Jordan Hicks. The opener, he had a rough start to the season, but he's now not given up he's not given up a run in 13 and a third innings since coming back from an injury in late June. Those 13 and the third innings are a part of a 14 outing scoreless streak, the longest of his career. If you take a look at just July, Hicks pitched 11 innings of work, struck out 18 while only walking 5. I talked about how he started the season struggling. When he returned from injury in June, he had a 5.6 ERA. He's brought it all the way down.
It's time for another road trip. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
I want to see what JJ does in these spots. Down 2 strikes.
In the air center. Mullins on the run. Still going back. JJ Weatherholt homers in his debut. Incredible.
Just goosebumps right now at Busch Stadium. You could not have written that any better. 0-2, dead center field, 425-foot shot. My goodness.
How fast can you fall in love, St. Louis?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Because the only collisions you should be worrying about are the ones on game day. Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
Whether you're starting college for the first time, finishing the degree you began years ago, or ready to take the next step with a graduate program, NLU means business. At National Louis University, our business programs are designed to fit your goals, your schedule, and your future. With flexible options, expert faculty, and career-focused learning. Join us at an upcoming open house and discover where a business degree can take you. NLU means business. Visit nl.edu to learn more and register today.
When you walk into any one of over 20 Pete's Market stores across Chicagoland, you see unmatched quality and freshness, and you understand why. They're the king of fresh produce. Then you go further in. Discover their premium meat department. We're talking certified Angus beef steaks and pub burgers. If it's not certified, it's not the best. And Prairie Fresh USA Prime, pork back ribs or spare ribs, sourced directly from American farmers. Pete's Market and their trusted partners, bringing quality to every table. Pete's Market, fresh, local, done right.
White Sox and Rays coming your way in just a few more minutes. I'm Brendan Riley in for Jeff Meller. We'll get you over to Len and DJ right around 3 o'clock. I told you I wanted to try and get you more from Jesse Rogers. Well, the Minnesota Twins appear to be buyers. They acquired starting pitcher Dean Kremer from the Baltimore Orioles yesterday, one day after grabbing relief pitcher A.J. Minter from the New York Mets. As I said earlier, Jesse Rogers joined us on White Sox Weekly before the pregame show, and Jack McGrath asked him if the Twins were really buyers.
I mean, they are, but I think it's minor stuff, minor improvements. It's kind of a newish owner. Like, I think the brother handed it off to another brother, and I covered this in the offseason. I don't remember exactly how the transition went. New manager, new GM. So there's a lot of like, hey, why don't we go for this, kind of feeling over there. They got a shot in that down league. So I don't think it's a big buy that they're going to be doing. You're seeing what they're doing. But Minter's pretty good. I mean, that's not a nobody. So, and Dean Kremer, certainly they're buying low on him. But the answer to your question is, yeah, they've already done it. So sure, they're buying. They're certainly not selling. There were rumors they might trade Ryan Jeffers, stuff like that. But I think they're going to kind of go for it. They're in second place in the division now. They've caught Cleveland, and they're just a few games, or they're in the wild card, right? They're tied for the wild card.
In the wild card right now, yep.
Yeah. So yes, the answer to your question is they're buying. I just don't know if they're going to get a big name. That I would have some doubts on that, and certainly doubts on adding a ton of money. But we'll see.
Again, you can catch the whole conversation with Jesse on the White Sox Weekly podcast on the ESPN Chicago app as we close in on the trade deadline. Things just kind of starting to get going. Jesse talked about how he expects to see things really get going here before the deadline. It's time to take a look at who we're banking on today. Who Are You Banking On is brought to you by Chicagoland's neighborhood bank, Marquette Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Today, I'm going to go with Colson Montgomery. I talked about it earlier on in the lineup. We've seen how Colson Montgomery throughout his career at the majors can be a guy who stacks games together where he's hitting home runs. He can also be a guy who struggles. And he struggled enough as of late that we've had a couple different post-game shows with people calling in asking what's going on with him. It might be one of the longer stretches he's had, but for the most part, feels par for the course. Colson Montgomery is very much a streaky hitter, so he is going to be my player to bank on today. I'm banking on him returning to form. Before we continue on with the pregame show, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Now, look, if you're a regular listener to the White Sox pregame show, you've heard us do Today in White Sox History. If you've heard me do Today in White Sox History, you may see there's a bit of a difference. Typically, we're bringing you memories that you probably have from Today in White Sox History. And when there are great ones, it's obviously great to do that. But one thing I will always love about baseball is its age. That might sound like a funny thing to say, but when you look back at some of the older stories today in White Sox history, I always think you find some really fun stuff. So let's go back in the way back machine today in White Sox history. Today in 1901, in a 4-0 win hosting the Tigers, Nixie Callahan threw the first one-hitter in White Sox history. Callahan also had 2 hits in the win. And I said one of my favorite things about going but way back is the funny things, it's different than what you see in today's baseball. How about this? Today in 1925, Ted Lyons threw 14 1/3 of a 15-inning win at Philadelphia. Lyons allowed 13 hits and 3 earned runs. But believe it or not the longest start of Lyons' career. He went 21 innings in a complete game in a 6-5 loss in 1929. A couple quick more stories from around the majors before we get you over to Len and DJ. Other AL Central trade news, the Cleveland Guardians acquired relief help and outfield depth from the Brewers this morning, trading for right-handed pitcher Craig Yoho and switch hitter Blake Perkins. The Boston Red Sox all-star Wilson Contreras last night left the game after being hit on the side of the helmet by a pitch in the 3rd inning. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He was checked by the medical staff before taking first base and did leave the game for precautionary reasons. So far, it looks like he avoided anything major. That's going to do it for us in this one. Coming up next, it's Len and DJ from the Bell.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. My parents are Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Deep left center. Kittle turning around. Goodbye, home run. No, it hit the roof. It hit the roof and came back in. He may have it inside the park home run. No, they're going to hold him. They can't. He went through the sign. Fisk has got him. There's one for the books.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the head. That's pretty nice. Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Pat Murphy going to use an ace up his sleeve and bring in Christian Yelich with a tying run aboard at third base. Fly ball to deep right! It is way back and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. It's his first career pinch hit home run, and he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go?
$8 million and win with Walner.
White Sox baseball.
It's a fly ball out in the deep left center field. It's back there. It is gone! Edgar Carroll wins it!
20.
Miguel Vargas outfield.
20.
Colson Montgomery.
Chase Mindron.
6.
Light it up. Shot deep left, 2-run homer.
That work never stops.
Just can't be stopped.
3-run homer.
Continue to progress.
It's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Push that momentum a little bit more forward.
He's done it again.
Process getting stronger.
Sox lead.
And get better and better.
You asked for it, you got it.
And better and better and better. It's hard not to be excited, man.
This is Chicago White Sox baseball on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Audio Network. Brought to you by Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. By the Advantage Dealer Group. Buy your next car with the Advantage Dealer Group. It's in the name. By Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Pete's Market. No one does fresh like Pete's. By Bell Tire.
Bell Tire.
and Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Live life at max value. Now, along with Darren Jackson, here's the voice of the White Sox, Len Casper.
We are live from Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. And it's the Chicago White Sox against the Tampa Bay Rays. It's the middle game of a 3-game weekend series. The Sox kicked off this AL East trip with a crisp 6-1 win last night behind Eric Fetty, Tyler Schweitzer, and Trevor Richards, who can.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
No issues of note on the active roster, so that's good news. One other note, shortstop Rock Chalowski, the #1 overall pick in this year's draft, will begin his Sox pro career at High A Winston-Salem as he begins his journey that we all hope ends in the major leagues, not too far down the road. DJ's got the lineups, and we're ready for Game 2. A lot of White Sox fans are here today. It's the Sox and the Rays coming up next on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
We've been serving Illinois for over a decade. After a wreck, you make one call, that's all, to Lerner and Rowe. 708-222-2222. That's 222-2222.
Jonathan Rouse, Managing Attorney, 114 East Cermak, Chicago. Some work may be performed by or referred to other attorneys.
Let me ask you something. Why does buying a car have to feel like Game 7 pressure? It doesn't. That's why you go to Advantage Toyota in River Oaks. What's up, it's Jay Hood. You got a budget? They've got Toyotas that you want to drive. And here's the best part I appreciate. They keep it simple. No marathon sessions, no mystery math, just straight answers, real numbers, and a team that respects your time. Imagine that. Respect. Go see the crew at Advantage Toyota River Oaks. Toyota, let's go places.
Business checking accounts for big business, small business, and most importantly, your business. Republic Bank of Chicago is the bank for business, and we've got what you need to succeed. Business Zelle? Check. Online and mobile banking? Check. More than 60 years serving Chicago? Check. Visit ourbankchicago.com or one of our 20 locations to open your account today. Business checking that takes banking beyond expectations. Republic Bank of Chicago. Member FDIC.
Every day, hardworking men and women build our roads, our offices, our homes, but you don't see the silent struggle.
be on a car is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, couldn't have imagined.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
White Sox, the right app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the right app today. Hey, be there on Friday, August 7th. The White Sox take on the Guardians at 6:40. Then stick around for the post-game post-game concert. He'll be acting like there's fireworks. It's Ja Rule, presented by Coca-Cola. Exclusive on-field passes are on sale now with limited availability. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/concert. Not fireworks. Join us at the ballpark for Family Sundays, presented by Coca-Cola. First 125 kids to enter at Gate 5 will head to the Wintrust Kids Zone mini field to receive autographs from some of their favorite players. Plus, enjoy family-friendly activities. Kids get to run the bases and more. Learn more and purchase tickets at whitesox.com/Sunday. Last one. Here we go. Join us at the ballpark Saturday, August 8th. That day is the day that they retire Ozzie Guillen's number, the iconic number 13. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive an Ozzie Guillen replica jersey presented by Verve, a credit union. Come on out to the ballpark for that special day. Here's my partner with the play-by-play. Here's Len Casper.
Thanks, DJ. Yep, that'll be a week from tonight. And our look at the Sox uniforms is driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. I'm guessing the White Sox would have worn their black jerseys today again. They wore them last night, but the Rays have their dark charcoal and black City Connect uniforms. So the White Sox in their road gray jerseys.
Yeah, these uniforms that they feature are different. I definitely think that we should be playing under black light.
They wore throwbacks yesterday. I assume they'll wear their normal home white uniforms tomorrow. And Sam Antonacci will lead things off against a tough cookie. You mentioned Drew Rasmussen, an all-star for the second straight year, and pitches today 5 days after turning 31. Here we go. The first pitch out of the stretch. And it's delivered high on a fastball at 95. One ball, no strikes on Antonacci. The pitch. He takes a strike. 1-1. The four bench players for the Rays last night are all in the lineup today. DeLuca, Fortes, Williamson, and Valade. 1-1 is low, so new catcher, new center fielder, second baseman, first baseman. Not a big surprise. It's kind of how this roster usually works. They use everybody. The 2-1. Called strike at the knees on a fastball, and Sam's going to challenge it.
Strike, the batter challenging.
Question is, was it low? And it was.
Overturned.
That's a big overturn. Instead of 2-2, it's 3-1.
Yeah, the thing about this starting pitcher, though, he's pretty much pinpoint. And he's going to throw a pretty tough pitch even on 3-1.
Here it comes. And he misses high and away, and that is a leadoff walk.
That is just the 20th walk he's allowed this season. And the 16th to a left-handed batter. He has walked left-handed batters compared to righties. Go in there aware of that and be patient like he was. Give yourself a chance.
Here's Munetaka Murakami with a man on, nobody out. And the first pitch is outside. Ball one. Our broadcast booth is brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. Antonacci takes off. The pitch is a strike, and the throw right on the money. Fortes nails Antonacci. Tag applied by Taylor Walls, and that's the first out.
It's almost as like when Antonacci went to dive, he just didn't really slide much. He slowed down when he hit the deck. He had no give in that soft water dirt.
Saw a video about Ricky Henderson and how he would slide later than most. Murakami takes inside. Count now 2-1. I don't know.
Calls the ball, the catch is challenging.
Well, you felt about it. We've got another challenge on a pitch near the inside corner, and it's overturned. It's a strike.
Overturned.
So it's 1-2. But the idea was that sometimes if you slide too early, it can slow you down.
Well, that's true. We saw it right there in this circumstance. It's probably going to be safe if this is a drier surface and he's actually sliding instead of sticking.
1-2 pitch is down and in. Then you have Jason Dominguez, who completely overslid third the other night.
Yeah, and it's a fine balance. I mean, you should know when you are running and you're watching the receiver in front of you ready to catch the ball when you need to get down.
2-2 coming. Swing and a miss, strike three on a high fastball. So 2 outs in the first, and that'll bring up Miguel Vargas, who homered in his first at bat last night. The ball doesn't rise, but it sure looks like it when it comes out of Rasmussen's hand.
He's that guy that kind of, you expect the ball to come down on a plane and it stays pretty true and straight all the way to home plate from his release.
Vargas takes a strike on a cutter. That's a really good pitch for Rasmussen.
Yeah, his cutter has more movement, more like a slider than just a little cut pitch.
The pitch. Swung on and missed on a fastball. 13 of his first 20 starts have featured no more than 2 runs allowed. He's coming off a 1-0 win over Cleveland. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Vargas takes down and away.
He's a tough pitcher. I mean, and that's pretty much the description of most of these guys with the Rays, is they all know how to pitch and they have good stuff.
The 1-2 offer. He struck him out swinging on a fastball. So a walk, a caught stealing, and 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first, 0-0 on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox now.
And J.P. Crawford makes the catch. Waldschmidt going back. Oh, what a catch!
Boy, it doesn't get better than that. Nick Gonzalez, a fine running catch over the shoulder.
Barehanded by Wheeler, a little pirouette.
Nice job on both ends.
Whoa, diving play by Randall Grichuk. Diving stop by Olsen.
And an athletic play by Thomas to grab it and then land on the bag somehow for the out.
Sliding catch by Braden Montgomery.
And he made the catch.
Oh, my word. Holy Cowser. Hap is there.
He had to make quite an adjustment to make a very good catch.
Sliding catch, McNeil.
I'll take care of it.
He hits meat at the plate.
Perfectly executed by the Yankees.
Severs gonna toss high, and they got him.
Pays to be 6'8".
Dives, and he makes the catch. What a play by Josh Lowe. 1 hop, tag, out. Guzman with a long throw. It's perfect.
What a play, what a throw.
We've seen less and less of it.
JP with a flip. Max Ramoni the assist. And they got him at first base.
Wow.
How in the world?
Look at Miles wants to turn around and admire that. Well, a couple things. First of all, we talked about being prepared, right? And by the way, Miles Mastrobuoni to be there, eyes on JP, to get that little flick past assist. Throw the ball down at first base. What a play.
Local, done right. Glenn Casper play-by-play.
Almost one deep.
Aaron Jackson's analysis.
He connects, boy, they go far.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Bottom one, Jordan Hicks opening for the first time this season, pitching for the 35th time. Works to Yandy Diaz, the DH. 0-0 opening inning. First pitch lined right, and Braden Montgomery back a step or two, and he makes the catch. Diaz looks frustrated as he walks slowly back to the dugout.
Well, he hit it and obviously felt there could never, ever, ever, ever be an error because he went about 5 steps out of the box and started walking toward the dugout. So, okay.
Now Chandler Simpson, left-hand hitting left fielder. Hicks in a great stretch of work. Coming off a win the other night in relief. He delivers a strike to Simpson. Fastball at 99. Career best 14 straight scoreless appearances going into today. Corner infielders are in. And Simpson fouls back in our direction, but not into our booth. 0-2.
We're ready, both of us today. We'll take turns.
If the Sox,
your chance.
If they win today, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. 0-2 is hit on a line out toward the corner and left, and Antonacci will run it down. What a catch.
He kind of cut straight across and had to veer back a little bit to finish that off, but he did it. Made the adjustment. The ball carried further than he thought. Nice job as 2 fairly hard hit balls to start this game for the Rays.
A funny story about Sam. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 3-1-28 million. Walner Law, win with Walner. Here's Caminero, hit his 30th home run last night. And he takes ball 1 on a sinker, and Edgar Carroll takes a strike. It was around the knees, deemed low, and it is a strike. So 0-1 on Caminero. I asked Antonacci about the carpeted warning track in this ballpark. The pitch called strike, and if it matters, and he said, he laughed, he said, you probably should ask a more experienced outfielder. I just go where the ball is and try to catch it. I said, fair enough.
That's a perfect answer for somebody like Sam.
I did talk to Chris Denorfia about it. And he really said it shouldn't matter much. The pitch is outside. He talked about more of spatial awareness.
Yes. So when there's a dirt track and you leave the grass and you run on it, you know you have that available. So it's a tool. But when it's not available, now you have to use spatial awareness.
1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Well, I don't know if that's it for Hicks, but about as efficient as it gets.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Second inning, Rasmussen against Colson Montgomery. 0-0 here at the Trop. Right-hander Rasmussen against the lefty Montgomery, and the first pitch misses outside on a fastball. Colson banged his 25th home run last night. Rasmussen out of the stretch in the 1-0. And it is high, ball 2. The heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine. Home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. 2-0 is a called strike. Benintendi on deck, and then Braden Montgomery. Outfield straightaway against Colson. And he swings hard and fouls on the screen behind the plate on 96. All the runs came on 4 homers last night for the Sox.
Well, we talk about how this team is really good when they slug, and proof was in the pudding last night.
Ball 2 and strike 2. Here it comes. He just missed inside on a comeback sinker.
Calls the ball to catch the challenger.
Did a challenge from Fortes. Did it come back and catch the inside corner? It did not.
Calls confirmed. Tampa has 1 challenge remaining.
So it's 3-2. And a lot of ABS action early on.
Yes, that's a fact.
The payoff. He struck him out, swinging on a high fastball, and Colson right now staring up at the roof and shaking his head for chasing that one.
Well, it's crazy because the challenge pitch by the catcher was not bad. The swinging pitch was terrible. So Colson swung at a much worse pitch than the one he had just taken.
Here's Benintendi, who hit his 11th homer in Game 1. He's now driven in 56. He takes low and inside. He's batting .247. The pitch. Called strike. Rasmussen, quite a story. First pitcher ever to make an all-star team after 3 elbow reconstructions. Swing and a miss, and he's now made it twice. One of those surgeries was an internal brace procedure. Here comes his 1-2. And he struck him out swinging on a fastball. At 4 straight punch-outs for Rasmussen.
He's not the kind of guy that you want getting settled in, and he's already settled in.
And he's not a huge strikeout guy. As you said, he's a low walk type pitcher. His strikeout rate 25.5%, which is not bad, but not elite by any stretch.
Right now it is.
Braden Montgomery takes inside. He's looking to end an 0 for 12. And that followed a hot stretch. Outfield deep and around toward left. Braden batting left-handed. The 1-0. Inside. On a cutter.
You really see how he's trying to keep it in tight on the left-handed batters who've hit for more power, have a much better batting average, even though it's not great.
A 2-0, big swing and a foul on the screen behind the plate. We're in the second, 0-0. Rasmussen ready, and now Braden will get a timeout. This right-hander is a Washington State native, born in Puyallup, not far from Seattle. The pitch. Inside on a close one. Went to Oregon State and was a 6th-round pick of the Brewers in 2018. The 3-1 called strike. He took that one all the way, 97.
Just kind of threw a BB right out over the plate for him after working him in.
The 3-2 on the way. And it's hit hard, but foul. As he swung late, hit that one past the third base coach, Justin Jershely.
Worked him away again with the same fastball he had just taken. So good reaction that time to stay alive.
Another 3-2. Called strike 3. He took a fastball at the knees, and he's out.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you gotta stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Montgomery hits a fly ball pretty well. Game over. Vargas and Montgomery. This team is something else. Can't do much better than Jordan Hicks did. 8 pitches in the first, 7 strikes, and a 1-2-3 result. And now it's Noah Schultz in the second. 0-0. He faces Victor Mesa Jr. First pitch is off the outside on a cutter at 90. Mesa, left-hand batter. Corner infielders are in. The 6'10 lefty delivers. Swing and a high one bouncer, gloved by Vargas, and he'll throw to first in time.
Vargas was already playing way in on the turf, trying to keep that bunt from going down, and that made that a pretty easy routine chopper to play.
Here's Johnny DeLuca, the center fielder. Hit his 7th home run of the year on Thursday against Texas. Right-hand batter takes strike 1 on a cutter. Twins have caught the Guardians, so they're now tied for second. Minnesota's at Seattle today. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Mariners 1, Twins nothing. They're in the first inning.
So those Guardians got Martinez and Ramirez back, and they're not as hot.
They also made a trade with Milwaukee today. The pitch just inside on a fastball. 1-2 the count. Ryan Vilade waits on deck. The pitch. Hit on the ground right to the third baseman. Vargas will make another play. 5-3 on the putout. So 2 down. Here is Vilade. Sox looking for an early advantage. Using an opener today, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. Bo Naylor and Cody Hoyer go to the Brewers. Blake Perkins and reliever Craig Yoho go to the Guardians. Called strike on Vilade.
Makes you think of the Pirates of the Caribbean, doesn't it?
Yoho.
One more time.
Yo-ho. The 0-1 to Vilade. Fouled back and out of play. Minnesota acquired Dean Kramer.
So teams in the division just behind us have made moves. They're trying to improve. I think they're taking aim right at the White Sox, going, all right, we're getting Kramer because we know he owns you. We don't care what his numbers are.
0-2 pitch inside. Noah made his major league debut against the Rays in Chicago on the 14th of April, and he took the loss. Struggled with his command. He walked 4 in 4 1/3 that day. There's a strike on a sweeper, and he gets Vilade looking. First strikeout.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
More with the Public Bank of Chicago, banking beyond expectations. Visit ourbankchicago.com to get started.
Tristan Peters leads off the third inning. 0-0. And Rasmussen starts him with a strike on a cutter. Peters 0 for his last 21. Trying to heat up again. The pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball on 2 hops, played by Williamson at second. Short toss to first, 1 down.
Sox fans get access to the best seats to the best value and lock in the 27 ticket plan today. Be there for the biggest matchups. Opening day on April 1st and exciting new promotions. Plus, enjoy flexible payment plans and savings on single games and more.
Here's Chase Mydroth, batting 8th this afternoon. Well, Peters made an out, but he put a ball in play. That snapped a string of 5 consecutive strikeouts. Fastball strike to Mydroth. Oh for 3 last night. He did reach on a hit by pitch. The 0-1. Low and outside on a cutter. The big upper deck here is closed, so they put all the fans in the first 2 levels, and not a bad crowd on this late Saturday afternoon at the Trop. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Mydroth.
Yeah, good crowd. Kind of feels almost as if they've maxed out the levels that are available.
They'll open upstairs for the playoffs, assuming the Rays make it, and should. Swinging a fly ball, well hit the other way, and it'll be caught in the right field corner by Mesa for the second out of the third, and that'll bring up Edgar Caro, the catcher.
Yes, Mark Miller, our engineer, had mentioned that come postseason and special events, special occasions, they open the upper deck here, the lower level of it at least, not necessarily the whole level, but the lower level, so it gets more people in here.
Caro swings and misses. This is a tough market to figure out. I think the location of this ballpark is a big factor. The 0-1 fouled. They've been trying to get a new ballpark forever. And it sounds like we're in pretty good shape to get a park built near the Buccaneers Stadium, and actually not far from where we were last year in Tampa. Steinbrenner Field. Fouled to left on out of play. 2 strikes on Edgar Caro. We're in the third, 0-0.
Yeah, had a conversation yesterday with a local about that works here at the ballpark, and when you go that direction, you have the inland crowd, but you lose the Sarasota Bradenton crowd.
Right. Grounded foul. Well, anyone who has spent any time in this area knows that it's not easy to get just about anywhere. All the bridges.
We are being hooked up right now.
Oh, we got some food coming in.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, we're in it to win it.
Yes.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. Treating us well here at the Trop.
Oh, my.
I don't want him to move.
Pretzel dog? Okay. Come to Papa. Ice cream never hurts for dessert.
A pitch fouled. Edgar stays alive. No hits in this game. It has been a gauntlet in terms of White Sox bats facing really tough starting pitching this week. And Edgar takes low. 1-2. So Monday, they faced Garrett Cole, 6 innings, no runs. Check that. They faced Max Fried on Monday. He gave up 3 runs. Fouled, and he stays alive. And Cole Tuesday, Cam Schlittler, maybe the best start against the White Sox this year. 6 1/3, 1 run. Aside from the Sandy Alcantara game, that is. Ryan Weathers, 7 innings, no runs on Thursday. The pitch low and in. Then they got to All-Star Nick Martinez last night for 6. One of the rare subpar starts for him.
Well, when you have the starters we saw with the Yankees and then these starters down here, I mean, you are facing the gauntlet.
Swing and a ground ball that'll squeak into right through the hole for Edgar Carroll. Good battling at bat, and he's got the first hit. A 2-out single in the third.
Take what you can get. Start the rally, turn the top of the order over, and get after Rasmussen for the second time through the lineup. Matter of fact, the innings that he's had any kind of problems with, which aren't many, the first inning, which settling in inning, and then the third, where we just picked up our first hit, has been in a inning for him where his ERA is over 5.
Antonacci foul tips. He walked but was caught stealing in the first inning. The pitch, and he swings and lines foul off to the left. Toronto leads St. Louis 2-0 in the 6th inning at Rogers Center. And Seattle got 2 in the first to lead the Twins 2-0. Pitch outside on a changeup. 1-2.
Well, if he hooks one in the right field corner or right center field gap, got ourselves a run, even with Edgar Carroll running, because there is some space out there.
The 1-2. Check swing on a high one. He went. Call made by Marquez, the home plate umpire.
Got to get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
What
is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had 2 hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Dives ahead. He makes the catch. Got a double play. He throws into second to turn 2. There's some gold for you right there. Shining brightly in center field.
Home run, Pete Crow Armstrong. Does it get any hotter than PCA?
It's his 4th hit of the night. It's his 3rd extra base hit.
Beavers right side.
Get through.
Hits. Leave it to Beavers. The Orioles walk off the Braves. Oh, boy, did they need that.
Dylan Cease, a one-hit shutout with 12 strikeouts.
Dylan Cease is must-watch TV every time he takes to the mound.
Way back and gone! Salvador Perez. He's now the Royals' franchise leader in home runs.
White Sox Network on Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Rays bat in the lower half of the third against lefty Noah Schultz. 0-0. So second baseman Ben Williamson batting .251 with a couple of home runs. And he takes inside on a sweeper. ABS challenges. Or a reminder, second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. A little low on a cutter. And Schultz behind 2-0. Now Vargas will back up at third. And Williamson takes a strike out over the plate on a cutter. Schultz out of the stretch all the time. The 2-1 called strike, and it makes sense, especially for a guy with long levers. Why have 2 different deliveries?
Well, I mean, as you mentioned, long levers, and if there's more movement with the windup, harder to control, so simplified. Most guys like this, they do that now.
2-2 coming. Swung on and bounced up the middle. Backhanded by Mydroth, and a jump throw to first is right on the mark. What a play.
Yeah, that's really nice. My favorite part about a play like that is he was playing up the middle trying to take that away, so that's great. But it's the pitcher. The pitcher reaches up and misses it, and you know the minute it goes by him, he's not really aware his second baseman's going to make the play. And then he sees his second baseman, and his body language is, oh, I got a guy there. All right. And then to finish the play is awesome.
Now the catcher, Fortes, and he looks at a ball inside. He's batting .277 with 4 home runs. And takes off the inside for ball 2. His entire big league career spent in Florida. Marlin and Ray.
Something to be said about that, huh?
And he was born in Miami. The pitch is a strike, 2-1.
It's like being a Southern California guy and playing for the 3 teams there, right?
Yep.
Padres, Angels, Dodgers. Just, you got options.
The 2-1 hit on the ground. Much easier play for Mydroth this time. And he throws to first. That's 8 batters retired by Hicks and Schultz combined to open the game. And now Taylor Walls, a switch hitting shortstop who will bat right-handed. Walls holds his hands low. In his setup, he takes a strike.
Well, the sinker right now for Noah Schultz is really lively. He's throwing at 95 to 96 miles an hour, but the movement is tremendous.
A pitch in too close on a cutter.
I love it, though. He's started that cutter in the same release spot as his sinker, so it's a tough pitch to differentiate for a hitter, but that was a little too tight.
1-1, and it's popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Murakami makes a catch. Nice work by Noah Schultz.
Now Eugenio Suarez singled to center his last time. Suarez skies the ball to deep left field. Way back and gone! Beyond the bullpen, onto the concourse. Oh, Gino crushed it, and the Reds have a 3-2 lead.
Looked like a hanging breaking ball up and out over the plate, and see you later.
Suarez is scalding hot.
I mean, that ball was just launched.
435 feet on the bomb to left.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
They're nowhere near where the ball is.
Here comes Dillon. Whoa, he stumbles and he falls on a weird play.
On the ground left side, Cora. Hopper stumbles. One of those embarrassing moments that all players have.
ESPN Chicago, home of your Chicago White Sox.
Pitchers have dominated so far. We're in the 4th inning. 1 hit combined and no runs so far. Here's Murakami against Rasmussen. And the first pitch is a strike, inside corner fastball at 96. The set and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boy, that was a dive-bombing changeup from Drew Rasmussen. 0-2.
Giving him a different look because he got him chasing a high fastball to finish him off last time up. Now he's going with the low and slow.
The 0-2 is high. So I've got a theory. Now, I've never been to Japan.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of games on TV.
Yep.
And I haven't asked Mune, but I'll ask you. My thought would be when he walked into the Trop yesterday, he thought, this is the one park that kind of reminds me of Japan.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
the
good call.
domes.
Yep.
The 1-2. And it's inside on a cutter. I don't know if there's a specific ballpark I'm thinking of.
Now, I will say this. They've built some new ballparks since I was there. And this is a bit similar, almost a bit like the Tokyo Dome.
That's probably what I was thinking. There's a base hit. A top spin line drive into right. It dropped in front of Mesa. And Mune has a leadoff single.
And there's a stadium in Fukuoka that was like the Toronto's Rogers Center. So
yeah, you mentioned that.
So
when
they
we were
have
up
the
there.
similarity there as well. So he's been in a couple places like this that make him feel, like you said, at home.
Oh, that old school dome that we don't see a lot anymore in the major leagues. It's all retractable roof stuff. Called strike to Vargas. So the leadoff man has reached in the 4th inning. The set and the 0-1. A swinging strike on a cutter. You mentioned earlier how stingy Rasmussen is against righties.
Oh, yeah.
He's given up a 175 average against right-hand batters and an OPS below 500. His 0-2. He is outside on a cutter.
Yeah, giving up 3 of the 12 home runs he's allowed have been to the right-hander, so not much power given up. 4 walks, as mentioned. So he's just commanded them.
The 1-2. A swing and a line drive, center field. Diving catch by DeLuca. That's a tough play that we talk about all the time. That center fielder coming straight in, and it's a do-or-die play and a nice catch.
Yeah, this one just kept carrying, and DeLuca had it timed pretty well. Knew he could just kind of catch it head high on the dive. It's a lot easier to leave your feet on that particular play, diving straight in that high, catching it, than trying to run full speed and the ball's bouncing on you.
Colson swings and fouls behind home plate.
You mentioned yesterday, Colson has a lot of first pitch home runs this year. He tried one right there.
He struck out in his first at bat. The pitch hit in the air, foul to left and out of play. He's now homered in 2 home Rays parks. Hit his first 2 as a major leaguer last July at Steinbrenner Field, homered in back-to-back games.
That's a good point. It's like he is taking the show on the road, different places, same team.
Remember, he hit a low liner to right for one of those home runs. The 0-2 fouled.
Well, that trio of guys with 20-plus home runs for the White Sox before August 1st. They joined Quentin, Dye, and Tomey, who did it back in 2008 for the White Sox as a trio that had 20 or more home runs.
The 0-2. Low and inside on a sinker.
So if Colson, Mune, and Vargas can have those kind of careers, right? Quentin, a 2-time All-Star, runner-up for an MVP season until he broke his hand. Dye, obviously, a tremendous career. Same with Tomey. So who knows? Great things could be ahead for him.
The pitch. And he hits a high fly out into right center. Easy play for DeLuca. He's under it, and he makes the catch. With 2 gone in the 4th. Murakami's still at first base, and that'll bring up Andrew Benintendi. A reminder, White Sox doubles are sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. First pitch is a changeup that missed for ball one. Just off the outside. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Mune took one step towards second like he wanted to steal, and then he hit the brakes. So that got Fortes's attention.
Yeah, Fortes jumped out there quick, ready to throw the runner out if he kept going.
The 1-1 to Benintendi. Called strike. 10 per ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 7 strikeouts for Rasmussen.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's time for another road trip. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
Heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Bottom of the fourth. Rays have not yet reached base. Schultz to Yandy Diaz. And he's going to reach base. Base hit. Left field. Antonacci over to pick it up. And Diaz will have a long single.
That's back-to-back at-bats for him. Well, not back-to-back, not to start the game, but to end last night's game on a pitch inside. He turned on it like that. So something that goes against the grain of what his normal approach would be, which is try and hit the ball up the middle the other way. He's trying to take that inside part of the plate away from our pitchers because they're trying to abuse him in there. It's just great hitting.
That brings up Simpson, and he bunts to first base, and he's going to be tagged out by Murakami. So that'll be a sacrifice to get Diaz into scoring position.
For the food item that they brought to us is a pretzel wrapped hot dog that they only have a certain number here in this ballpark, and pretzel bites, which were delicious, but it's located out in center field beyond the batter's eye. I believe Levy, just like at our ballpark, provides those foods.
Outstanding. Caminero takes a strike.
Yeah, it's worth the walk around if you're located in this stadium to go get one before they're gone.
Schultz pitches. Called strike 2. Love that. Sinker, aggressive. And he's ahead of Caminero.
Caminero, what, 23 years of age?
Barely.
Yeah, he plays like he's a 35-year-old, been here forever, and he's facing a 22-year-old in Schultz.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that was a clinic. Got him on a changeup.
Yeah, great pitch. I mean, let's just say that the movement on his changeup and his sinker right now is as good as we've seen.
That K brought to you by Circle K. Stop by Circle K on the Circle Change for your game day snacks and drinks. Download the Circle K app to save. Got to tie it all together.
Sure.
A pitch to Mesa. Misses for ball 1.
Calls the ball to catch the challenge.
So we've got a challenge. That pitch was near the high inside corner, and it was a strike.
Calls overturned.
Nice work by Edgar Caro.
Yeah, he's getting a look from Victor Mesa Jr. saying, really? You had to do it to me? Smile from Caro going, get in the box and be quiet. He's just reading his lips. I didn't make that up myself this time. Maybe.
Caro taking a look at his cheat sheet that he has laminated attached to his right forearm. Now the 0-1. Just off the outside on a sweeper.
We've talked about Noah, and he can be successful with what he has. It really comes down to just sequencing right. He's fine.
Pitch waved on and missed. He chased a bad one. He took that previous pitch that actually was a strike, according to ABS, but wasn't challenged. So 1-2.
So he felt guilty about getting away with it. Swung at one in the batter's box away from him. Okay.
Go ahead run at second. Yandy Diaz with 2 outs in the 4th inning. A 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, foul to left, out of play.
Best fastball he's thrown yet. That was 97. Late reaction by Victor Mesa Jr. and fouled it off the other way, but he did stay alive by reacting late.
Schultz a look at the runner. Now the pitch. Grounded foul softly to the pull side.
And the ultimate goal of an MLB fan is seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/Journey to 30.
Another 1-2. Tap foul back of the plate. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball out into left center and deep. Peters tracking, and he's got it. Right near the 378 marker.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
9 Ks, 6 scoreless. And Chris Sale continuing to add to his Cy Young resume.
Mona! 2-run bomb, and it's 4-2 Red Sox in the 10th.
And it's gone! Come on now, Griff! His heater rolls on, and the no-doubt shot! Schultz the fish in front!
You can't make this stuff up, Jack!
White Sox walk it off and beat the Yankees in 12. What a comeback!
Pittsburgh winner. Light up the night in downtown St. Louis. The Cardinals came back with 3 in the 10th inning to beat the Cubs.
On Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth from Tropicana Field, we're in the 5th inning. Sox looking for the first run of this game against Drew Rasmussen as he works to Braden Montgomery. And there's a base hit. Opposite field line drive that drops in front of Simpson. That ends in 0 for 13 for Braden.
I love he was ready right out of the gate. Let's go to work, and I love the approach the other way. Just the bat angle shows he was actually trying to hit it that direction.
See what Tristan Peters has up his sleeve. Man on, nobody out.
Well, he hasn't bunted in a lifetime, so wouldn't be a bad time to drop one down the third base line, try and get a hit.
Here's the pitch. He takes high, did not square. 1 ball, no strikes.
Third baseman plays in, and that's one of the things I've talked to Tristan about. He said, I've got them in now, and it's my job to hit it past them. But he was still bunting when they were in earlier in the year.
He takes high for ball 2.
And when you have that as a weapon, that's the thing that bugs me about when guys are in a funk. You have that as a weapon, and you stop using it thinking, I've got to hit my way out of a funk. It's a good way to keep the defense honest still, and maybe they don't make a play, you get a hit.
Called strike on a cutter, makes it 2-1. Peters started his major league career last year with the Rays. He went 0 for 12. So he had to sit on an 0 for the entire offseason before joining the White Sox. Throw to first, Braden back.
And there's something to that. That's a great topic right there for a player to go 0 for 12 in their big league career and think to themselves, okay,
am I ever going to get another chance?
Exactly. You don't know. You're like, oh, man, I can't have that career.
The 2-1 is laced on a line out in the deep center, but it'll be caught. DeLuca makes a catch on the warning track. So a base running question. Is that the right read by Braden there, or should he have tagged?
No, that's the right read. And the reason is because DeLuca didn't get back on that routinely. So tagging on that is not an option because he might boot that, kick away, and you should score on it if that's the case. That's more important than trying to add the 90 feet if he makes that catch.
Got it. That brings up Mydroth. And Rasmussen's going to throw over. Braden definitely looked like he was thinking about running. Montgomery has 1 career stolen base to this point. The pitch. Inside. Ball 1.
Now Braden runs well. He's not a speed burner. And just watching how he's gotten jumps when he has had to try and take off, it's not the best base stealing type jumps.
He's 1 for 3 this year. Called strike on a cutter. He had 14 steals in the minor leagues last year, but he was caught 7 times.
And main reason, if you watch him, his jumps are he takes off when the pitcher moves. He doesn't really get a good jump.
Mydroth swings and fouls down to make it 1-2.
Base stealers don't take off when the pitcher moves. They're already leaning. They've already got movement going the other direction. And when the pitcher moves, that's a step. And it makes all the difference.
1-2 the count. Here it is. And it's popped into right, shallow, over near the foul line, and caught in fair territory by Mesa as he crossed over into foul ground. So 2 away, and it's up to Edgar Caro.
Fans head to the ballpark Sunday, August 9th, as the White Sox take on the Guardians at 1:10. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a shoeless Joe Jackson bobblehead presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Or skip the lines and secure your promo at checkout with Guaranteed Promo.
Mesa still walking back to his position in right as Caro lines one off the glove of a leaping Caminero. That'll dribble into right. Braden trying to get to third. He's going to make it as the throw gets away, and it'll allow Caro to make second base. So Braden took a risk, but it worked out.
I like it. That was a calculated risk. The way that ball was deflected and how it was going to have to be played by the outfielder Simpson was grab it and throw it like an off-balance little bunt up the third base line to first base. So he couldn't do it accurately. He's not an infielder, and that throw was off the mark. And you noticed again, when Braden slid with this wet infield dirt, he kind of stuck. He's sliding, but he's just not really gliding the way most dirt infields would, because we don't have the sun baking this and drying this dirt. When they wet it, it stays wet a lot longer here.
Kyle Snyder will give Rasmussen a little breather with a mound visit. So Rasmussen was, quote, backing up the play. He was about 2 feet behind the third baseman. Quite a pileup over there. You had the third base umpire, Malachi Moore. You had the third base coach, Jershely, the base runner. 2 defenders.
Yes. A lot going on in a small space.
It will be an error on Simpson, allowing Caro to advance from first to second after that base hit. Edgar's 2 for 2 today, by the way, and here's Sam Antonacci. And you really like this particular batter in this spot because he hits righties, and he's at 377 against pitchers in scoring position moments. And he takes low.
The thing that makes him a good hitter with runners in scoring position is he knows to accept base hits. He's got a very short, compact swing. He's not trying to really crush the ball, just trying to hit a line drive somewhere.
The 1-0 pitch is lined to right, and that turned around Mesa, but he'll make the catch.
Salvi has a chance for revenge and history all in one swing. Swing and a ball well hit. Left field, way back and gone! He's done it! Salvador Perez, number 318 in his career. He's now the Royals franchise leader in home runs. One legend replaces another.
So special. Only thing left now for the captain is a W.
Carlos Beltran is one of only 5 players in MLB history to join the 400 home run and 300 stolen base club. Beltran used his acceptance speech to thank his family and honor his roots in Puerto Rico.
This is the closest thing of my first at-bat in the big leagues, where I feel excited to be here, but at the same time, I feel very nervous. You know, if baseball had really taught me something, is that I hope, you know, in life, we continue to measure ourselves by the same standard we have used to measure others. Everywhere I play baseball, I always try to represent my island. I tried to do the best I could for the organizations that I play, but also I wanted to represent Puerto Rico. Every single teammate that I play with, you guys were so important to me. I have an incredible privilege to be around one of the greatest competitors this game has ever seen, Mr. George Brett. You taught me something that I will never forget. The greatness is built long before anyone is watching. Thank you, God, for allowing me to become a small part of the baseball history.
It's Sox 0, Rays 0 in the bottom of the 5th out at the Trop, which is when we bring you our Sox Twitter poll. Len, DJ, when you're ready.
Give us a second. Johnny DeLuca against Noah Schultz. And the first pitch is high and outside. We are ready.
With the Twins and Guardians now tied 3 games back of the Sox, who are you most concerned about down the stretch in the division race?
Here's the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground and through into left. Colson laid out, just couldn't get it. That's a leadoff hit for DeLuca. Go ahead, Brendan.
So the options were actually the Twins, the Guardians, the Tigers, and I'm not concerned about anybody.
I would go with Cleveland.
I would think the way things have been going, people are going to say Twins.
What do the fans say?
The Guardians still leading the way at 48%, but Twins at 30% this time.
Okay.
All right, thank you. First pitch to Valade is outside on a sweeper. We've got a scoreless tie, 5th inning. Runner at first for Tampa Bay. Murakami holds DeLuca. The pitch coming. Valade takes outside. Ball 2.
Out there, kind of just trying to get his shoulders to relax. His Schultz just a little motion out there and saying, all right, relax. See if we can pump a strike in there now.
Swinging a hard grounder foul, third base side.
The ball dude down protecting the bullpen reached out with 2 hands like you're supposed to, perfectly out in front, then had to go right through the wickets and almost decapitate one of the pitchers in the bullpen for the Sox. They have lost all faith and trust in that young man now.
He is hearing it. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Good sweeper down and in. Steinhoppels is a proud partner of the Sox. This season, every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoppels donates $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. 2-2 is inside on a fastball. So Valade in a full count situation.
Dangerous hitter if he gets the pitch he's sitting on.
DeLuca has 11 steals. See how aggressive Kevin Cash wants to be. He's not running, and the pitch is outside. And we've got a challenge.
Ball, the catcher's challenging.
In a high outside corner. This is a big call here, and it's overturned. It's a strike, and it's a strikeout instead of a walk.
Second time for Valade to be called out on strikes. Oh, man, you said it. That's a big one. And, you know, from here, and I see that, I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. And it just, the bottom of the baseball just nicked the very top edge of the strike zone, and you just couldn't be any closer to that being out of the strike zone.
So 1 out. The batter is Ben Williamson, and he takes a strike. Now, I don't know what it's doing outside, but I bet it's raining because the bright roof is now not quite so much.
Okay.
Here in the late afternoon.
It's quite possible in this state, yes.
Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is late, and Mydroth bobbled it anyway. But DeLuca's got his 12th stolen base. It's 0-2 on the batter, Williamson.
And a good jump, but throw looked like it got down there pretty quickly, but Mydroth came inside, and the throw kind of drifted into the runner, and he could not apply a tag.
Says on the app the rain is supposed to start in a few minutes. Fouled.
Isn't that just every statement every day in Florida?
It's true. It rains somewhere in the state of Florida pretty much every day.
It's supposed to rain in a few minutes. Okay. We already knew that.
The 0-2. Outside on a changeup. Runner at second with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Schultz trying to work out of this. The pitch. Bounce to the first baseman Murakami. It'll take him right to the bag for the 2nd out. DeLuca's now at 3rd. That'll bring up the catcher Fortes.
What a nice pitch by Noah again. I mean, he's looked excellent out there since entering the game. Just a good sinker right on the outside corner. Had Williamson kind of reaching out, and I think he broke his bat just trying to make contact with it because there were 2 strikes.
Friendly greeting at 3rd between former Dodger teammates Johnny DeLuca, the base runner, and the 3rd baseman Miguel Vargas. Fortes grounds foul. Nothing in one on the Rays catcher. He grounded out in his first at bat. The pitch. Swing and a soft line drive base hit. Perfectly placed out in left center. And DeLuca will score, and it's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Well, unfortunately, the shortstop was playing him to pull. This was hit so softly and just in a spot where if the shortstop was playing straight up, might be playable. Might be one of those balls that because Colson's 6'4", he just takes a couple steps back, reaches up and snags.
So the Rays strike first. Here's Taylor Walls. And he hits a fly ball out into deep right center. Braden Montgomery will make the catch. 2 hits and a run, and it's 1.
Towards third base. Machado's coming home, and he will be out.
That's Mason. Oh, he reaches up and makes the catch. What a grab by Victor Mason Jr.
Mason win the Gold Glover with the golden arm.
And a leaping grab by Anthony Volpe. He's having a great day.
Catch by Braden Montgomery. Lays out full extension.
He's at the wall, and he leaps and makes a spectacular catch.
Line drive center field. PCA. Diving stab Anthony Siegler. What a play.
And look out, it's going to be Martin with a slide.
In the hole, backhand snare. Oh, what a play. Jim Jarvis with a gem.
Will it hang? It will.
Torres with a nice catch. Into the corner. Here comes a good sliding catch. Ronald Acuna.
Merrill go back and still going. Leaps and makes the catch.
Holy, oh, yeah! Graham!
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Visit NorthShore.com.
Nick Fortes with a go-ahead 2-out RBI single, and it's 1-0 Rays. Sox bat in the 6th inning against Drew Rasmussen. Munetaka Murakami at the bat, and he takes a strike. We'd like to welcome our listeners tuned in on the legendary WGGH in Marion, Illinois today. The 0-1, big swing and a foul on the screen behind home plate. 0-2. Sox have 4 hits off Rasmussen. They're all singles. Mune takes high 1-2. They hit 4 home runs among their 8 hits last night.
Yeah, I mean, and think about it. The numbers for Nick Martinez were better than the numbers coming in for Rasmussen today.
1-2, and he struck him out swinging on a changeup. Had him out in front.
But with that being said, you know the part of baseball that's interesting is numbers really so often don't matter. It's about matchups. White Sox had a good matchup against Martinez, and against this guy, not so much.
The batter is Vargas. He's 0 for 2. Robbed of a hit on a line out to center in his last at bat. And he taps one foul off the catcher on a check swing.
Mentioned all the power that the White Sox have hit for, and the comparison to the guys Quentin Dye and Tomey of early 2000s, but We thought initially like Mooney might get to 50 bombs.
Fouled. We put ball 1 on the board. So maybe that first pitch on the check swing, it just hit the glove of the catcher and it did not catch the bat.
Yeah, I agree with you. It looked like it was a foul ball off the catcher, but that was just from our angle.
1-1, swung on and missed, 1-2.
You and I were talking about this earlier. There have been 54 times there have been a player that hit 50 or more home runs in the history of the game. 54. That's a lot more than you or I thought. 54 times there's been a season where someone had a 50 home run season or more. That's crazy.
The pitch, low and outside.
The first one being, of course, Babe Ruth. And then the next time it happened, it was Hack Wilson hit 56 in 1930. And from there, it was few and far between, right?
Yeah, Lou Gehrig hit 49 twice, never got to 50.
Henry Aaron never to 50.
2-2 is wide, and it's a full count on Miguel Vargas.
And then you had Mantle and Maris with the 60. And I believe Mantle had 59 or so when Maris hit 61.
The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. I believe Hank Greenberg had a 50-plus one year, like 58.
Okay.
In the 30s. Let's see, 1938 at 58.
Right after Hack Wilson's 56.
9 strikeouts for Rasmussen. And 2 outs in the 6th. The batter is Colson Montgomery.
You get that gap, right, of no 50-plus home run years until George Foster.
What, 78? 79, swing and a miss.
Yeah, about
strike
there.
1.
Might have been, yeah, right in that time frame.
Guess I could look it up.
And then all of a sudden there's a long
77.
77, and then the long drought until Prince Fielder did it. But then it became since Prince Fielder, Cecil Fielder, that is. Yes, Dad.
Popped up, foul territory over near the third base dugout. Caminero, the long run over there, and it actually landed on the side warning track, and he just couldn't cover the ground to get it.
Yeah, he's playing well off of third base, left-handed batter. Just think about Fielder got there, and then boom, there's an explosion.
Brady Anderson.
Yeah, steroid era. All of a sudden, 50 was no big deal anymore.
Luis Gonzalez, McGuire, Sammy Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
Steven Matz, a lefty, is up for the Rays in their bullpen.
Became a thing in modern baseball where 50 no longer the ceiling.
0-2, fouled almost into our booth.
We're ready.
I didn't vacate.
No, you didn't. And it was coming closer to you than me that time.
The pitch. Low. 1-2 on Colson Montgomery.
54 seasons of 50 or more home runs. That's amazing. All of them are basically modern day 50 home run seasons. There have been 7 seasons of 60 or more.
1-2. Called strike 3 to get Montgomery.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. It would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these though.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. The Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Sox trail the Rays 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. It's time for our Gateway to the Booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask DJ day whenever you're ready, DJ.
Give me just a little bit of time here.
Yandy Diaz against Noah Schultz. First pitch is high on a sinker.
All right, go right ahead.
Well, it's a good time for the question. Sean wants to know what broadcast booth in the league puts you guys in the most danger with foul balls.
Oh, apparently it must be here. They're coming in hot all of a sudden, but no, not here.
Foul tipped. It's 1-1 on Diaz.
I'm going to say, I think Len will probably agree, our ballpark. It's a bigger space, bigger window for balls to come in, and we're about as close to home plate as any place in baseball.
Yeah, and number 2 is Fenway.
Fenway is another one, as we are closer to home plate, but at a higher angle. But yeah, I think our ballpark.
I agree with you.
Brendan, what I mean, you've got to think the same thing. You're in that booth with us.
It is kind of crazy that that's the answer.
Isn't it?
It's a good thing. It means we have a good spot.
Yes.
If a foul ball can't reach your booth, you've got a terrible location.
We got a few of those that are that way.
The 1-1 from Schultz is inside. Ex-White Sox Cam Booser. Lefty is up in the Rays bullpen.
But this ballpark is about as low as ours, maybe even a little bit lower, but a little further removed from home plate and a smaller window to get it in.
2-1 is lifted foul and out of play.
If another one comes up here and you hear a bunch of stumbling and fumbling and mumbling around here, it's because we're knocking the mics around hiding.
Exactly. Kevin Cash and one of the Rays athletic trainers out to check on Yandy Diaz. And they're looking at, I think, his left hand.
I believe so.
Well, he's going to stay in the game.
There are times, look, first of all, anytime that your hands are bothering you when you're trying to hit, usually it's game over. Your numbers are going to go the wrong way. But apparently it's doable for him right now.
He came out after a foul ball off to the right. 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. A similar type swing and result.
I had a cut one time. You can see this scar on my finger. And this cut on my middle finger on my right hand changed everything for me as a hitter. My average went straight south.
2-2 is golfed in the air into center field deep, but no problem for Tristan Peters, and he clutches for the out.
All it took was a cut.
How did you cut it?
I had to ask. Being a dodo bird, did a bit of a challenge in Pittsfield AA and Eastern League. We had a high fence about 10 plus feet.
Oh, that's right.
Jump up and say, let's see who can grab it. I jumped up and grabbed it, and there was something sharp on top of that wall, and I'm going, uh-oh.
Simpson hits a chopper foul to first.
Came back down on the ground and went, well, that's not good. My finger was sliced open. And this is about 20 minutes before the game. Ran into the trainer's room, and so they got cut. Cleaned it up, put a couple of Band-Aids on it and some tape, and go to work.
The 0-1. Simpson hits one in the air to left. That's what you're trying to do if you're an opposing pitcher, and Antonacci will make the catch.
Yeah, make him hit in the air, and he's done that on 2 of the 3 occasions in this game.
2 down, 6th inning, 1-0 Rays. Here's Caminero.
And also, you know how you hold a baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cut was all wrapped up with tape and stuff, and I had no feel for the throw, so I had to throw palm balls. It's really, it was an eye-opening lesson about jumping up and touching anything that you can't see to affect your career.
The pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased a low changeup. Caminero has struck out against Hicks and Schultz. So facing Noah for the second time. The 0-1. Inside and low on a changeup. One ball, one strike. The kick and the pitch. Another low change.
Right now, the zone seems to be down and in, preferably. So you gotta move his eyes other locations. He'll zone into that spot and hit almost anything.
2-1 and a big rip at a sinker, and he fouls it.
His eyes were in a different spot there. Down the middle is where that pitch was, and he fouled it straight back. And it makes a difference. If you've got a guy's vision in one spot, even having to adjust his eyes slightly like he had to there means you might get away with one.
2-2, and I think he hit him in the back foot.
Yep.
We're going to see, though, did he swing at it? He did not.
Back foot sweeper.
So Caminero will head to first base after getting looked at. Sir Anthony Dominguez is now up in the White Sox bullpen.
Caminero is acting like he's in quite a bit of pain.
Looked to me like it got him right near the big toe or the ball of the foot. Yeah, he is not real comfortable as he stumbles down toward first base.
I think that's the same ankle that he may have turned last night while jogging to first base on his home run.
I remember in the All-Star game, he got hit in the left hand by Riley O'Brien of the Cardinals. Luckily, no injury resulted. Ball one now on Victor Mesa Jr. Caminero with almost no lead. Swing and a foul. I guess a foul off the glove of the catcher. Caminero actually took off, thinking that was a swing and a miss. Too bad it wasn't. I think he would have been out by a mile at second.
It's just, get the batter out on this pitch. Stop messing around. Get the White Sox up, and they got to get to work.
The 1-1 to the lefty Mesa. Tap foul off the end of the bat on a sweeper.
That pitch was perfectly located, and he just hung in there long enough to get a foul ball. Kind of stepping in the bucket, which tells you he was looking in. He's waiting for a mistake in.
The pitch. Foul tip, strike three. Stayed away, and he gets the strikeout.
Shattered bat, and it catches Tommy Lasorda. He pops right back up, and he's all right.
Tommy's saying, I'm all right. Of course I'm all right.
His score, you throw out the lowest and the highest, he gets a 9-8 for this.
Why do I keep thinking Humpty Dumpty here? Had a great fall.
Look at this. They're going to bring him, a jacket?
No, it's a chest protector.
A chest protector.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
You're listening to ESPN Chicago, the home of your Chicago White Sox.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth, we're at Tropicana Field this afternoon. 1-0 Rays, top 7. 6'3" left-hander Cam Booser, an ex-White Sox. Pitched well for the Rays. He'll work for the 21st time. He's got a 2.11 earned run average. He has allowed 4 homers in 21 of the third innings. And faces pinch hitter Randall Grichuk, batting for Benintendi in the DH spot. First pitch to Grichuk is low on a cutter at 88. Cam's 34. Remember, he made his major league debut with Boston at 31 a couple of years ago. A 1-0 pitch. Inside on a fastball.
Well, you know what Cam's capable of. It comes down to this, right? Working ahead or not working ahead and then laying it in there.
The 2-0. Swing and a pop fly, shallow right, and a base hit. Nice location.
Take it. Back in the day, hitters would be yelling from their same dugout, grenade. Just launched it out there where nobody wanted to be.
So leadoff single to open the 7th. Here's right-handed Braden Montgomery.
This is that time where you go, thank goodness the starter's out of there. Go get the pin.
Braden takes low. He's 8 for 41. Batting right-handed. All 3 of his home runs have been hit from the left side. And he takes a strike. They'll make it 1-1. Rays at double play depth on the infield. Outfield plays him slightly to pull. A 1-1. Foul. He cued that one on the ground over toward the first base dugout. 1-2.
He's throwing him back-to-back cutters on the inner part of the plate, and that time he was out in front.
Average lead by Grichuk at first base. Booser pitches. And it's hit in the air, foul. Still 1-2. Mentioned home runs. White Sox homers brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See the concert, a tribute to ABBA, at Hard Rock Live Friday, August 14th. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Braden takes just off the outside on a backdoor cutter. 2-2. The stretch by the lefty. The 2-2. He struck him out swinging on an inside cutter. It's the 11th strikeout for Rays pitching. 10 from the starter, Rasmussen.
Braden couldn't recognize, even though he saw several cutters in, he just couldn't pick it up. To him, it looked like a fastball in, and it just kept breaking in off of the barrel of the bat.
Everson Pereira will hit for Tristan Peters, and Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach, will come out.
Come down to the ballpark this summer and hang out in the Leinenkugel's Craft Lodge, located down the stairs in section 106 and 7 and open to the public. Leinenkugel's Craft Lodge has more than 75 different craft beers, seltzers, ciders, canned cocktails, and non-alcoholic beverages. For more information, call 312-674-1000.
Pereira recently off the IL. He's 0 for his last 17 in the major leagues. Former Yankee and Ray. Grant Taylor has now joined Dominguez in the White Sox bullpen. Righty Kevin Kelly is up for the Rays. Second baseman Williamson playing right up the middle against the right-hand hitting Pereira. Booser's pitch taken for a strike.
And that pitch right on the inside corner, good fastball, and it's kind of a tell. If you're looking and seeing where the defense is playing, it makes you think they want to work him in.
The 0-1. And he bangs one foul off the catcher Fortes.
Pretty hittable cutter right there, and unfortunately didn't get it. We've seen Everson fall behind. He did it recently and still give you a good at-bat. Fouling off some tough pitches and going deeper in the at-bat, getting some balls thrown to him.
Battle time, 0-2. The pitch. Inside on a fastball at 97. The 1-2. Low and in on a cutter.
This gives you more and more confidence as you get further away from the 0-2 count.
The pitch. He bounced one. Nice block by Fortes. 3-2.
This is the nightmare count we always talk about because he got ahead, but it doesn't mean he won't throw a cutter or a changeup or anything in this count now.
The payoff is popped up. This will get out of play behind the first base dugout.
It's a well-located fastball on the hands.
Old home week for Everson, right? Facing the Yankees and the Rays.
Yes. Yep, and as amped as you are facing your former mates, if you're not locked in, there's nothing you can do about it. Trying to get all the hits that you can, just it's hard to come by.
Another 3-2. Called, strike three on a cutter.
Great pitch. After everything in, he backdoored a cutter. Just a great pitch.
Kevin Cash wants Kelly to face my draw. 2 outs, top 7. 1-0 Rays. We're back in a moment on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody can steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai cubs.
These are Thai cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Million.
New pitcher is 28-year-old right-hander Kevin Kelly, 6'2", 195 pounds. 5-3 with 4 saves and a 2.17 ERA. Hasn't given up many hits, just 34 and almost 50 innings of work.
Yeah, 197 batting average against him.
Grichuk's at first, 2 outs. The pitch to Mydroth. It's a strike. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay. We're in the 7th. The Rays got a run in the 5th. That's been it.
And another pitcher out there with command. He's only walked 8 guys this year.
And he's going to step off and reset.
The Rays really try to be as efficient with every part of the game that they can, right? Don't issue free passes. Don't help the opponent. Make them earn their way on. So that's a big thing with their pitching. Another one would be don't allow the opponent to have extra bases.
Mydroth swings hard, taps foul on a sinker.
In a perfect world, those are the controllables. You want to minimize walking guys, giving extra bases, giving extra outs. If you do that, I mean, you're going to win a lot of close ball games because the opponent's going to turn on themselves and make those mistakes.
0-2. Inside on a changeup. Grichuk led off the inning with a single. He's still at first with 2 away. A 1-2 pitch. Fouled.
Kelly's got a sidearm delivery, basically a low arm angle, but it's not like a long arm sidearm delivery. It's still a shorter arm throw, but a lot of movement. He gets on top of the ball with his hand.
Changeup is a new pitch for him. He didn't throw one last year. Lined foul into the Rays bullpen and right. Still 1-2.
Gotta get that arm angle where his hand's not sideways, his hand's on top, but it's just a unique arm angle to create a lot of movement on the pitches.
Another 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a changeup. Well, we have reached the 7th inning stretch.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans, and while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table, and once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 Sox right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
This afternoon, the Pirates traded for Yankees reliever Camilo Doval as they sit 2.5 games out of the last wildcard spot in the NL, looking to end their 11-year playoff drought. The Twins have cut their deficit to 1 after a pair of home runs. That game's in the 6th. The Sox trail 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th, and we send you back out to Len and DJ in Tampa Bay.
All right, Brendan, thank you. Sir Anthony Dominguez, who picked up the win in that wild extra inning game on Thursday against the Yankees, is in, and Johnny DeLuca hits a foul out of play. DeLuca has scored the only run in this game. Everson Pereira is now playing center after hitting for Peters. Here's the pitch. Foul, 0-2. Two strikes to count. The pitch. Fouled again. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Oh, 2. He got him swinging on a sweeper. One down in the Rays 7th.
And Heater, he established that. Really makes that sweeper very chaseable. Way outside, but because he had to try and be ready for that heat, he cheated, swung and missed.
There's Ryan Valade. And he fouls back.
First pitch that Valade was sitting on, it was up in the zone, and he had the timing, but not the barrel there. Just barely made contact with the bottom of the baseball.
Check swing strike on a sweeper.
Yeah, you can tell if a batter's on your fastball like Valade was, why not throw him something that looks like a fastball but isn't? Sweeper was very effective. Do it again.
The 0-2 is pop foul. Went back to the heat that time. The 0-2. Foul tip, strike 3 on a high fastball at 98. Back-to-back Ks for Sir Anthony.
Where Valade was in swing mode. Everything that was out of the hand of Dominguez, he was swinging at. And when well above the strike zone, he couldn't lay off.
Ben Williamson bats with 2 outs. And he takes a strike. Going in, 8 scoreless appearances over his last 9. So trying to make it 9 out of 10. With only 1 run allowed during this stretch. Sinker low and in.
We got some relievers that are on a heater right now, don't we? Even though today the opener, Hicks, is truly a reliever, but he continued his streak of appearances not allowing any runs.
Well, including the run allowed today, called strike on a fastball. Includes starters and relievers. 2 earned runs allowed over the last 37 innings.
Yeah, on a good run.
The pitch bounces on a split. 2-2 to Williamson.
Good thing he didn't swing at that one, because that one ended up back at the screen.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. It's high on a sweeper. Fortes on deck. He has the go-ahead RBI. The 3-2 hit on the ground right to the shortstop. A little slip by Montgomery, but he'll make the play. Like his right foot kind of slipped in the dirt, but it didn't affect him. Sir Anthony.
Well hit to right center. Michaels on the run, turns his back to the infield and bobbled it and then kicked it up into the stands for a home run. He bobbled it and flipped it into the stands.
You can see Michael, total desolation there after he realizes what he did. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
And it'll be Sweeney backpedaling, and he can't make the play. And there goes the no-hitter.
It's rolling. Does it go fair? Yes, it does. That's a fair ball.
Oh, she's giving it to him. They're up 6-1 in the 8th. She's giving it to him and making them like it.
Doing the pop-up dance, and he dropped it. You don't see that very often.
Abrams is going to think about going to third. The throw too high there. Abrams dives back in. Tag applied this time by Riley. What just happened?
For every Sox game.
Boy, did they come together beautifully.
ESPN Chicago.
A reminder, White Sox double plate turns are brought to you by Steinhoffels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhoffels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader. And a proud partner of the White Sox. There's a strike. Kevin Kelly to Edgar Carroll. Shop in store and online at steinhoffels.com. Sox bat in the 8th, down 1-0. Here's the pitch. Outside on a sinker. Lefty Garrett Clevenger up for the Rays. Trevor Richards, everyday Trevor, is up for the White Sox.
Yeah, he's that guy.
1-1 coming. Lifted out into shallow left center, and Chandler Simpson will make the catch.
Fans head to the ballpark Tuesday, August 11th. The White Sox take on the Reds at 6:40. All fans in attendance will receive a White Sox Pope hat. Get your tickets and prepaid parking. Visit whitesox.com/promos.
Sam Antonacci with 1 out. 0 for 2 plus a walk. First pitch is in there for a strike. Rasmussen went 6 shutout with 10 strikeouts. Booster got the first 2 outs of the 7th, and Kelly came in. And facing his 3rd batter. Oh, 1 is a strike on a changeup. Two strikes on Sam Antonacci. The pitch. Called strike 3, and Sam's going to challenge this fastball.
Called for strike, the batter's challenge.
Right near the outer edge. Sox have both ABS challenges and now down to 1.
Chicago has 1 challenge now.
Well, that's the time. Go ahead and give it a try and hope for the best and see if you can continue the at-bat. And unfortunately, it wasn't the case.
Kevin Cash will bring in Clevenger to face Murakami. 2 outs, 8th inning. 1-0 Rays on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Let me ask you something. Why does buying a car have to feel like Game 7 pressure? It doesn't. That's why you go to Advantage Toyota in River Oaks.
Beer, and more beer. Hey!
It's like
Jinga.
Broken bat for Freeland. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "Dump Here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
New pitcher, lefty Garrett Clevenger, 32 years old, Kansas native. 3-3 with a 331 earned run average. He's got a couple of saves, and his job's to get Murakami. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the 8th inning, and the Rays holding a 1-0 lead.
Well, you said it. He's got one job with Vargas on deck, is to get the 3rd out of the inning now.
First pitch, outside on a sinker. He is a guy who actually doesn't throw a changeup. He might be the only one on their staff.
All about location and deception.
A lot of sliders. The 1-0 pitch. Strike called on a sinker. Rene thought it was outside.
Kind of looked like the exact same pitch as before, so took a chance.
It's a strike.
Confirmed Chicago's out of town.
A little outside edge.
You couldn't have nicked the corner with a smaller margin than what he just did.
So it's 1-1 on Murakami, and the Sox have exhausted their challenges. The pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, he got a hanging sweeper, and he went for broke. 1-2.
Oh, yes, he did. Matter of fact, the whole right side of the field was running in anticipation of that ball being hit. Second baseman, first baseman, and the right fielder all moving to the pull side.
A 1-2 is wide on a sweeper.
Just got to put a swing together like he did the other day. Yesterday, he didn't overswing, and he hit one out of here the other way. Doesn't have to swing from his shoes.
The 2-2. And he pulled a fastball well off the outside, and it's full. Now, Clevenger giving up just a 192 average to righties, but I think we both agree, just get on base for Vargas.
Yeah.
He's been great against left-handed pitching, and he's on deck. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He chased ball 4 off the outside. And the White Sox.
People are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the Tourist Park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
is Tommy Lasorda. He pops right back up, and he's all right.
Tommy's saying, I'm all right. Of course I'm all right.
His score, you throw out the lowest and the highest, he gets a 9-8 for this.
Why do I keep thinking Humpty Dumpty here? Had a great fall.
Look at this. They're going to bring him, what, a jacket?
No, it's a chest protector.
A chest protector.
For even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Home 8, 1-0 Rays. Trevor Richards will face Nick Fortes. Richards, an ex-Tampa Bay Ray. Got the final 3 outs last night. And the first pitch is over for a strike on a fastball. Their closer is an all-star, Brian Baker, right-hander, and he's getting loose. Swinging a fly ball, pretty well hit out into right center, but it'll be run down by Everson Pereira.
Hey, Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
Here's Taylor Walls, batting left-handed. He's 0 for 2. Those at bats right-handed against the southpaw Schultz, and he squares to bunt, takes ball 1.
One of the things about bunting when the corners are anticipating you doing it, if you put down the perfect dead and bunt close to the line, tough play.
Fouled. Your thoughts on Noah Schultz today? First time as a bulk man, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, 4 strikeouts.
Well, along with his last out in the end today, I think he looked really, really good. Looked like he's challenged himself.
Richards misses high.
You know, he's out there throwing a little bit harder. His sequencing's a little bit better. And that works. We've talked about that with him. His stuff's good enough. Now it's just he's got to use it right.
A 2-1 is a strike.
What about you?
Same. Looks like he's got a little bit more of an aggressive mentality early, not saving anything, just going right at hitters, and he's got the stuff to do it. Walls takes a call third. He's going to challenge this fastball.
Calls a strike, the batter is down.
Near the bottom of the strike zone, and it's a strike, so all the ABS challenges are over.
Thing that we've talked about, I think one of the more important facts about Noah Schultz is his age. Gaining the experience, he's 22. We talked about some of the former greats weren't even in the big leagues at age 22, and they still needed seasoning when they got there.
So Richards strikes out Walls looking. Here's Yandy Diaz. And he looks at a ball low. Sox about hit the Rays 5-3, but they trail in the game 1-0. 1-0 misses down on a changeup. Pereira playing a very deep center. The 2-0 pitch. It's a strike. Richards with a nice free and easy delivery. The 2-1 is popped into shallow center. We mentioned Pereira deep, and he's not going to get there, and he overruns it. But it's backed up by Braden Montgomery. And Yandy Diaz has a 2-out bloop single.
Well, you said it. Him playing really deep and freezing initially when the ball was hit instead of right off to the races, reading it perfectly. But that happens when you're playing center field and a big, strong hitter takes a full swing and it jams him as it just freezes you. Then you take off because you read it's got to be played in. but he had no chance. He never got there.
Cedric Mullins will pinch run for Diaz. And the batter is Simpson. Long hold in the set position. The pitch swung on and missed. Minnesota 3, Mariners 3 in the 7th in Seattle. Miami leads the Mets 6-2 in the 6th. Toronto beat St. Louis today 5-1. Richards misses low. Cardinals have had a real tough time since the All-Star break.
You never know when a team takes that break and they recharge if it's going to send them the wrong direction.
There's a swing and a base hit. Right field. Braden will pick it up. Mullins is going to stop at second. Back-to-back two-out singles for the Rays. Ahead of Junior Caminero.
Yeah, unfortunately not the guy you wanted to see right now, but you're going to have to deal with it. Carroll wants to go out and have a talk with his pitcher.
Cardinals were 50-45 at the break. They're 4-12 since.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird thing when you take a break, how you got to get yourself as an individual remotivated. Find your timing as a hitter, because 4 days off can mess with it. You got to get your energy back up. When you play baseball every day, your body gets used to it, your mind gets used to it. The best time you can have off is when you go to the ballpark and the manager doesn't have you in the game that day. That's the best break you can have during the year. And you love it. You watch the game. You're into it. But when you have just days off, yeah, you feel like you're missing something.
Swing and a miss on a good changeup. So Richards just trying to get out of this here. Give the White Sox a chance in the 9th, down 1. You know what Caminero's thinking. I'm going to put this game to bed right here.
Oh, absolutely.
The 0-1 from Richards. Called strike.
Just great pitching, right? Throw this powerful hitter a changeup in the dirt, he swings at it. The next pitch is an end zone changeup for a strike, and he's taking it. So you're all up in his brain, tickling it right now, messing with him.
Mullins at second. Simpson at first. The 0-2. Chopped. Pass, no. Nice pick by Murakami. Throw to first. They got him. And Caminero with a headfirst slide.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was
everything.
an athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Equal housing lender. NMLS number 462926.
White Sox baseball.
What a diving stab by Murakami.
Can't forget the walk.
Oh, my. Ring the bell on that one.
ESPN Chicago.
Sox down 1-0, ninth inning. And the Rays all-star closer Brian Baker will try to notch his 31st save. He leads the major leagues. Vargas leads off, then Colson Montgomery, followed by Randall Grichuk. First pitch is hit high in the air out into deep left center, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. And the catch made by Simpson on the warning track. I don't know if he lost that ball briefly, but made the play.
Yeah, that had to put a start in the heart of Baker, though. He had to go, oh no. First pitch hunting as Vargas was so close to tying this one up.
Baker and Cade Smith each with 30 saves. Cade Smith, the Guardians closer. One out. Here's Colson. And takes a strike on a fastball. Baker with 19 straight saves. Swinging a soft chopper. Charged by the shortstop Walls, and he throws across his body to first. 2 quick outs to open the ninth.
Enough to make you cuckoo. Take the first pitch, which is a fastball right there, and swing at the next pitch, which is an off-speed pitch. Changeup you hit off the end of the bat. Just, it's hard to think right all the time as a hitter.
2 outs, ninth inning. Here's Grichuk. Takes a strike on a changeup. Rays fans are on their feet. Tampa Bay trying to set up a rubber match tomorrow. 0-1 is swatted deep left, and it is foul. I mean, a low liner rocket that had plenty of distance, but he hit it foul by a few feet.
Oh, man. These batters teasing us. That was a missile. I was hoping it was a doinker, but no chance.
0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Brian Baker makes quick work of the Sox in the ninth. And the Rays win game 2. Final score, Tampa Bay 1, White Sox 0 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Want to live life at max volume? Then look no further than Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana. With over 1,700 slots, 80 table games, live entertainment, and 5 restaurants which span a wide range of culinary genres, we are sure to have something for everyone. Whether you want to indulge in a savory dish at Council Oaks Steaks and Seafood or take in dinner and live music at the world-renowned Hard Rock Cafe, amplify your entertainment experience at Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana. Just off Exit 6, I-8094. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
When your life turns upside down after an accident, you need an advocate like Wallner Law. I'm John Wallner, and for over 50 years, Wallner Law has fought for people just like you, injured, overwhelmed, and searching for answers. We don't just take cases, we take care of people, and we win for you. From car crashes to workplace injuries, Wallner Law stands by your side every step of the way.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles.